Jose, hello again.
Hello.
On the eve of the new season, how great a feeling of anticipation do you have as we get ready for the new Premier League?
For me the pre-season was very long. For some players very short, but for me and my staff, very long pre-season because we start already for more than a month. The holiday period was even bigger because of the World Cup. So for me to be back to the real competition is a fantastic feeling. I never hide it that I like competition, real competition, and to be for so long without a proper match creates a feeling. Because of so many years and so many experience, I'm not saying I'm nervous or I feel something special. I feel just a happiness to be back to competition, and today I was in this room speaking with the players exactly about it, because they have exactly the same feeling. One thing is to play friendly matches, another thing is to be back to the competition. So yes, the feeling is great.
Last year you told us that don't expect us to win the title. Judge me on this season. You're I think you said the baby horses in that title race, but do you feel your new signings have now transformed you into one of the major title contenders, and that this has to be Chelsea's year from your point of view?
Well, last season we were not feeling as a title contender, but in fact we finished the league very close to the title. We were not feeling one of the top favorites to the Champions League, and we played semi-final. So we did well. This season, obviously, we bought some key players in our analysis of our season and our squad. And we believe, and more than believe, we are already feeling that these new players brought the squad and the team into another dimension. I imagine the words you want to listen from me, and the words I can say, because I can feel, and I don't think anybody can criticize me because of that. Yes, we are title contenders. If you are expecting me to say we are going to win the Premier League, I can't say that. I can't say because I have to respect this competition, which is, in terms of country championships, the only one that has more than 2 title contenders. I think it's the only country with more than 2 title contenders. With 5 or 6, for sure, is the only one. So I have to respect the competition, I have to respect the opponents, I have to respect the effort that the other clubs did to improve their already top teams. So that I can't say. But to tell what we feel, and I repeat, in this room I discussed that with the players this morning. Yes, we all feel that we are title contenders.
Do you think you have to win the title for it to be considered a successful season?
Depends. You have you and people generally, and some other media. You have some different way of analyze things. You don't look to with the same eyes to different people. You don't measure people by the same dimension. For some, to reach success is to achieve this, and for others, to achieve success is to achieve that. I understand that because of my last 10 years and because of Chelsea last 10 years, I understand that you put the level always high, to myself and to and to Chelsea. But I really don't care about it. I just care about be myself, and be myself is to work hard every day. Be myself is to have ambition to win always the next game. Doesn't matter where, doesn't matter in which competition, doesn't matter against which opponent. And this is part of me. I don't need from you, I don't need from the supporters, I don't need from anybody to put me more motivated than I'm naturally I am. So I want to win against Burnley. That's the first step. And to win against Burnley will be very hard. I can imagine.
You have said that you'd obviously decide on who's your first choice keeper ahead of this game. Can you tell us, if you can't tell us what that decision is, how hard it is to take that decision between the two?
No, I don't tell you because they don't know. The keepers don't know, and the team doesn't know, and they will know at the same time, all of them. What I can say is that, in my opinion, with all the respect to fantastic goalkeepers around the world, because there are fantastic goalkeepers around the world, with all my respect, I think Chelsea has two of the three best goalkeepers in the world. And this is something unique. It's something unique. So is it a problem for me? A great problem. A great problem. Because they are both fantastic goalkeepers. Even Schwarzer, obviously in a different age, in a different level at this moment, but even Schwarzer is a very good goalkeeper. So to have Peter and Courtois is a good problem. I think it's a problem that every manager in every club would like to have.
Just lastly from me, Jose, are you expecting any more arrivals or any particular departures between now and the end of the month?
No. The market is open, and experience tell us all that when the market is open, and we never can say what is going to happen, because you never know if a player has a different reaction, a different opinion in this last part of the month. We never know if any other club tries to do something with our players, but the reality is, and the most important thing is, that I'm very happy with my squad. I'm very happy with my club. The structure that supports me did a fantastic work. I think I was good in the explanation of my needs. And because I was good in the explanation of my needs, the club was fantastic in the way they were fighting to and working to give me what I needed. So my squad is a very good squad, not a perfect one, because there is not a perfect squad, but the squad is very good. We have finally also in the squad a significant number of under 21 players, and players that in the next couple of years they will be considered homegrown, and that is very important finally for Chelsea, because in the last years was just about John Terry to be the only one. So we are going also in that direction. The squad has experience, the squad has characters and personalities. The squad has people with ambition, with cover to many positions. The squad is good, and I'm very happy with my squad.
Jose, just one more on the goalkeepers. As you say, they're two of the best goalkeepers around, and so you say it's a great problem. But how difficult would it be for the one keeper who's not playing, and who could go long periods of the season not playing?
I think it's not easy. I think it's not easy. For me, it's not just easy, because I don't think any manager is happy to see one player not in a very happy and comfortable situation. Only in that perspective is not easy for me, because I like to see happy people. I'm not happy to see when other people is not very happy, and I can understand that for top goalkeepers that would play in every club in the world, in here one of them is going to be on the bench, is a difficult situation. But for Chelsea Football Club is a great situation. For me as a manager, thinking in a pragmatic way about my job and think about in a pragmatic way is to think about to have the best goalkeeper on the field. It's a very safe and comfortable situation for us.
If you come up with a decision that Courtois is your number one goalkeeper, would you have to think about who do you think, or would you be happy to sit it out?
Or vice versa. If Peter plays, Courtois can think about leaving. The only thing I can say is that in this moment they are working well and hard, and we are so happy to have them both. I prefer to analyze the thing in that perspective. Is the only way I can do. Obviously, during the season, if one is definitely my first choice, obviously during the season I have to support and I have to stimulate the other one. I cannot have one of these incredible goalkeepers on the bench 3 or 4 months waiting for a Capital Cup game to give him a game. I can't do this. I have to stimulate the competition, and I have to praise some top goalkeeper that is not my first choice. But as I was saying, the best way for me to work is to think in a pragmatic way, in a little bit in a cold way too. Forget a little bit, or try to hide the emotions around this situation, and just decide what I think is the best for the team, the best for the club.
How do you assess the title race this year? Who would you say going into the season are the favourites to win the title?
I prefer to say that anyone that wants to be is. We are title contenders, and every other team that wants to be, welcome to that title race, because we want to be in that race.
Last year you always said you thought there were 6 teams who could win the title. Is that the same this season, or is it?
I think basically yes, but it's up to them to say yes we are, or we don't. My opinion from the outside is that I don't see a new team coming into that level of ambition. But with the behavior of these top 6 teams during the market, it looks clearly for me that they want to keep that status, and they want to make this Premier League better than ever, with so many top clubs fighting for the title.
You seem obviously very excited about the group of players you've got here. How does it compare to sides you've had in the past, title-winning groups?
I don't compare. I don't think it's fair to compare. And I don't think we need to do that. Different eras, different players, different team, different everything. The only thing I can say is that the players we brought this year are players to clearly make the team and the squad better.
Obviously you had a few run-ins with the authorities last season. Are you going to have to try and keep yourself in?
I think it's easier to say that they had a run with me. Not me with them, because no, it's true. You know me for a long time. You can, I think, analyze the way I am, the way I behave, the way I approach things. You can see some differences from 10 years ago or 8 or 7 years ago, and I think they had a run with me, not me with them. So instead of ask me, you should ask them, or the only thing I can say is that I hope they don't have a run with me because I don't have with them.
We need to finish up this bit, Simon.
Sorry to go back to the goalkeeper situation, but if an offer came in for one of them, would you consider it, or are they both not for sale?
In this moment, I don't want really to think about it because there is no offer, there is no possibility. So I'm working with them, and I told them as a group today that every one of my players in the squad, I'm happy to have them. So in this moment, I'm not waiting for anything. It's not good to analyze something that is not on the table, and just say what I told before. Every manager in the world would like to have Courtois and Peter Cech and Schwarzer in the three goalkeepers group.